I'm on my iPhone, so I don't know how well the audio is going to work. Anybody, can you guys hear me? The couple that are here. Hey, Jim, can you hear me at all? I don't know if my mic is working. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Michael Stein. Hey, guys. Hey, Melissa, Ray. Man, everybody's coming on. Okay, great. I'm glad you can hear me. This is the iPhone. It doesn't really. Okay, good, good. Appreciate it, PSE. Yeah, just checking in real quick. I was out here and I was thinking how beautiful of a day it is. It was gorgeous today, and I sat around and did a whole lot of nothing. Just wanted to say hey everybody and thank y'all for watching the latest video. Man, it boomed. Man, I had a huge influx right off the bat, so I sure appreciate it. So I was out here doing a little frame building. Let me show you what I'm doing. If I can. There we go. This is just gorgeous out today. This is what we're doing today. I usually do this like 3 weeks ago. Hey, Ray. Yeah, it's gorgeous, man. I tell you. Usually do this about 3 weeks ago, but, you know, I went on that vacation to Minnesota. Let me tell you, that's the first time I ever, hey, Chili's Beach, first time I ever rode a snowmobile. Man, what a blast that was. Man, if I lived up there, I'd have to have one of those. Yeah, hey, Terry, I was probably 2 hours. No, I guess I was about 3 hours east of you over in Gunflint. Man, I tell you what, the coldest, but we had a warm spell when I was there. The coldest it got was minus 20. I mean, I'm sorry, minus 12. So I was a little bit disappointed. See, I was sweating. I was in my bees a little while ago, trying to set up a cell builder and figure out what I was going to do. But I just figured I'd pop on and say, hey, everybody, I'm out here working on frames. And again, just wanted to thank everybody for the latest views on the video. Man, it really did good. The first day it garnered 3,500. So, yeah, Terry, I agree. I was just amazed at the amount of snow. I mean, I've always seen it in pictures, and I've been in that kind of cold weather on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier before. But I gotta tell you, it was something else to be out there with all that snow and walk between the cabins and have snow chest high. And they said it was wasn't a big year for snow. So yeah, just out here building frames and wanted to see what everybody was doing. I tell you, the bees, they're really growing fast. I don't know where you guys are at up north as far as what's in your boxes can't go in, but I'm gonna tell you what, we got some. I was concerned that we were way behind, but really, it really hasn't been that bad. I had a few nests I had to split last week, and I got a video coming on that. Kentucky, yeah. Yeah, big slabs of brood here too. But they're calming down for the night. We've actually had a cool front come through enough to get us down in the 40s in the evening, so it's been beautiful. And so right now it's already down into the low 60s, so they're all just kind of calming down. Hey, Michael Stein, Mississippi, yep, you're dealing with the same thing we are. But it's a mean colony I'm walking up to. But yeah, what a gorgeous day. So this is the colony we did the video on. I had all the hive beetles in, and it looked weak. And well, shoot, I went in it today to see if it could be something I graft from because it grew so fast. Put that box on 3 days ago, that top box. They've already got 3 frames of brood laid in there. She does. Yep. So yeah, things are growing fast around here. Things are growing really fast. Sorry about all the nasty clothes, but I break a sweat even if it's 30 degrees outside, guys. I promise you. So how many of you guys been working bees today? I see a couple of y'all said. Hey, Ollie. Yeah, so I went in today just to take care of a few colonies. One of those 3 weak ones I talked about in that video, it was really, really weak. I actually had to reduce it to a nuke. So that took a little out of me working. And got a little cold going on, so it's kind of got me weakened a bit. But we're getting ready to build some frames. How did you check yours, Terry? I mean, it's snow up there. What'd you do? Just check for weight or pop the lids, I guess, and just look inside, see if they're still moving. So, uh, yeah, Michelle, I tell you what, I mean, it can be 45 if I've got my bee jacket on working, or if I've got a sweatshirt on working. I have to peel it off. I'll break out in a sweat. So I got my little jig here. I was just putting together some frames this evening. I like to put together, you know, I don't know. J. Robbie, have a swarm in a trap today, working hives today, splits, Hattiesburg. Yeah, up there with Bee Gold Honey. Larry Williams and them up in Hattiesburg. But yeah, I like to come out here, and if I can at least, you know, just build up maybe, say, I don't know, 20, 30 frames an evening, just in a couple hours, just build them up, take my time, you know, shoot, after a couple weeks, you'll have a couple hundred frames built. So that's what I'm doing today. Yeah, I think I got a swarm in a box. I'll have to let you guys know. I'll shoot a video, of course. But my other 2 hives haven't caught anything in them. Didn't see any scouts when I went out to them. Landowner said he didn't see any scouts. So far, only one's going. Yeah, I popped the lids and added protein patties. I got you. It's almost midnight here in... Oh, wow, Steve, over in the UK. Oh, great, man. You'd probably be getting ready to go to bed soon. Things ought to start ramping up for you guys in the next couple weeks, I'd imagine. Jennifer, I think you said you're over in Georgia, right? Almost full. Checked today and did a split. Yeah, I had to do a couple impromptu splits, and I videoed one, and y'all gonna see, man, it was crazy. It looked crazy. It really wasn't, but it was, man, the bees were just all over the place. Kind of split with a queen excluder. Yeah, that's how I do it a lot of times. We'll switch to a double screen board tomorrow. You know, I used to do that all the time with the double screen boards. I learned the double screen 10 years ago. Yeah, West Central Georgia. West Central Georgia, I'm thinking Columbus, something like that. I grew up just south of Valdosta, Georgia, Jennifer. So, pretty familiar with Georgia. A lot of burr-comb feeder shims. Yeah, man, I tell you what, the burr-comb, man, that's the only thing bad about getting back in the bees. You're excited to be back in them, but doggone that burr-comb. I didn't finish my thing. So I don't know. I think Cayman usually comes on Sunday evenings, so I'm not going to stay here long. Again, I just wanted to check in with everybody and see what everybody's doing. And again, thank you guys so much for the views on that latest video. I mean, it was amazing how quick that thing went. So I was happy about that. Yeah, the propolis, I agree. So, yep, got me, and I ran out of glue last night, so got me some glue, so I felt like I had to at least put some frames together today. All right. Yeah, I like to drop a little glue down the sides and in the middle there. I like to see it squeeze out. Where is your location? Oh, you're talking to the other fellow. Okay. So anyway, back to where we're at. I appreciate all the views. It looks like I'm going to be able to start doing some splits. I'm on the move to get some queen cells tomorrow. Hoping to get some out of northern, well, it's not really northern Louisiana, but up near the Mississippi line. Hope to be videoing some splits soon. Like I said, I got one video coming out. It's a walkaway split. It's really not a walkaway. I did go through it, but But anyway, plan on doing some excluder splits tomorrow, maybe some double screen splits. I do all kinds of different splits depending on the time of year and what's going on with the bees. So look, how many of y'all are behind on stuff like I am right now with these frames? I should have had 100 built by now for my splits. I'm doing this one-handed. It's kind of tricky. And this little jig, I got this from Kelly Bees. It's got this little spring-loaded board that holds on the end. I mean, I know you can make these things pretty easy, but I hate woodworking and making anything and measuring. So far behind, are you? Yeah, well, it's hard, Michelle, sometimes when we got a full-time job. Allie's also behind. Yeah, I mean, I'm not terribly behind. I was relieved that the bees weren't as far ahead as everybody is saying theirs were. That was what had me concerned. But since I just, matter of fact, split a couple boxes today and kind of looked at the bottom, kind of like Ian does when he flips a box up. Just did that to make sure some of the larger ones didn't have queen cells, and all was well. So that was a little relief, and I got the couple split that really needed to be split. So I think we're in good shape as far as being too far behind. But I do like having my frames back. Now, I don't build my boxes until I actually need them during the season. Because it's easier to store them. All right. Hey, Robert, Southern Illinois. All righty. So, got my little cheapo reverse boxes last week. You know, Michelle, it's crazy, and I guess I said it in the latest video, was I usually reverse several boxes this time of year, and there was a need to reverse none, zero. We did reverse one just for the heck of it in our splits video, but it could have went the way it was. It had brood in both boxes. So I didn't have to reverse any this year at all. Yeah, it was just crazy. I put out, so everybody asks, let me get away from that compressor. Everybody asks what I did with all that honey that I pulled. I pulled probably 70 frames of honey off of those colonies 2 days later and put out, that's the first year I ever had to reverse yours, but I pulled off probably 70 frames of honey, and I asked a couple beekeepers if they wanted some to freeze. I even considered extracting it because I don't have I don't run any chemicals in my hives. I run compounds, but they're all legal to use with honey supers on. But I said, no, I'm not going to extract. I don't want to break out all my equipment. I still got plenty of honey left to sell. So I ended up, nobody wanted it. I've got 20 frames frozen. And what I ended up doing was just taking them out to the woods north of here and feeding them back to the feral bees. The boxes are all sitting out on a stand I made. And I'll just give them back to nature, and I will go from there. But I just have, everybody says, well, save it for feeding. I rarely have to put honey. When I make up a nuke or something, I'll put a frame of honey in, but that's it. So it's the most honey I've ever had coming off of a winter like that ever. I've never seen that much honey in the tops of the boxes. But it's remedied now. Oh, I caught that where you were from just now. I said hello from, started with a C. Oh, is Lisa on here? The Lisa I know. It's hard to do one-handed. Tried running singles last year in Ohio. Singles, man, I would love to run singles. Hey, Lisa, there you are. I would love to run singles. I like the idea of running singles. I like how they manage the brood chambers with singles, but I would have to store so many boxes. Hey, Bruce, what's up, man? I would have to store so many boxes. And look, look at all these boxes stored here. This is all comb, and it was taller. Here's all my jackets. It was taller. And what would I do with 50 or 60 deep boxes with the wax moth problem we have? Man, I'd spend a fortune in paramoth. And then I would have to feed so much during the winter. But then on the reverse side, you get the whole situation I had this time, and here I got to take 70 frames of honey out of colonies and haul them off. So, I don't know. Let me get this right. You reverse queen. Oh, yeah, they're talking box reversals. Yeah, box reversals, it helps you build your brood a little bit faster. You take your queens up on top, you stick her on bottom, you let her build right back up in an empty box, provided the bottom is empty. It's hard to do this one-handed and watch the comments roll by. Bruce, what you doing over there, man? You taking Sunday off? I took most of it off. I tried to call myself setting up a cell builder, but I got some cells coming tomorrow too from Joey Rawls. I'm at work, wishing I was off doing bee stuff. Oh man, working on a Sunday, too bad. Yeah, well, you got to make a living though. Can't fund the bees without it. Yeah, that industry you're in, man, it's got to be ready all the time. Yep, hospitals never sleep. All right, Thomas, these are Hilco. Let me set this phone down for a second. These are Hilco. These are Hilco frames that I got. I like them. Hey, Melanie, how y'all doing over there? I know y'all already done. I seen on Facebook where you already split. What, a week ago? I was gonna split 2 of them today, but Bruce, you ought to be getting some bees back from the almonds pretty soon. I was thinking about it the other day. It's March. Always ahead until you're not, absolutely. Until you're not. You know, some years I stay ahead and then some years I don't. But you know, the thing is it's like once you get behind with these bugs, man, it's over. Just had to order more frames and ran out all my stuff bought 2 years ago. Already put supers on. Already put supers on. No, the world you guys got going. Hey, Michael from Vermont. It's just a quick check-in, guys. Not doing anything special. Just building some frames for you guys. Just checking in. Figured I'd throw a live chat up here. Hey, Terry. Terry, I got to call you. I need to call you. I'm going to call you this week. Need to talk to you. But I'll get with you. I'll message you or something. So, yeah, just out here trying to stay ahead of the game. Hey, me either, Brad. I didn't see many at all. Yeah, so I was just showing them, Terry, see? We got them all on trial. I know it's killing me, Bruce. These are probably going to be the frames that fall apart because I'm doing them one-handed. I missed that one. Yeah, we'll throw a second one in for good measure. Oh, phone fell down. Blackberry and briarberries blooming. Yeah, Melanie, ours is too. Yeah, I don't know about that, Bruce. You can only see how bad I'm fumbling. Message retracted. Hey. Wildwoods. Hey, Grayson, what's going on? Just a quick chat, see what's going on with everybody. It was a beautiful day. Hated to waste it. Was sitting around there thinking about the video and what I'm doing on the next one and figured I'd do a quick live. I'm gonna go in and citrus starting to bloom. Yeah, I got mine starting to bloom here too. Let me run in here real quick. I'm gonna get a. Good day, Mike from David in Brisbane, Australia. Hey, David, how you doing? Welcome. I'm getting. Hey, Spider. I'm getting a battery pack, guys. See if I can make sure I keep power on this phone. All right. 16 inches of snow. Wow. Yeah, no snow here. I'll tell you what, I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's a beautiful time of the year where all the leaves are that light green. They're already blooming out. My pear hasn't started blooming yet, but you can see through those woods, and we're already all the oaks. The live oaks are dropping their leaves. We got the pollen off the pines and live oaks. The cypress is in full bloom. I mean, full leaf bloom. Everything is green again. No cold. Cajun, no. I've seen, or Brad, I've seen a couple charged cups. That's it. I have not actually seen swarm cells. So I've seen booming colonies that I split, and I was afraid I was gonna see swarm cells, so I split those. But I went in today once again and cracked some boxes and looked, and no swarm cells. So how about you? Yeah, I just need a comment about this jig. For me, it's easier. The jig is easier. Let me put y'all down for a minute. Let's see. So I'm gonna try and put these 1-inch staples in here. Hold these top bars. little slower doing it with the phone in my hand, so put it down for a minute. Yeah, that's my little setup. So I'm not, hey, I see Nathan was on here. I'm not like Nathan. I'm not going to build thousands, but if I can just, like I said, if I build 20 or 30 an evening when the weather's nice, hey, Pastor Larry Hancock, welcome. Shoot, I just build 20 or 30 each evening, do that for a week. I got all the frames I need. Now, I don't build all my boxes. I keep all my boxes stacked, unassembled, and when I need them, you know, when I know I'm going to replace a bunch, I may go out and build 6 boxes, paint them, and then go out. But the frames, I build them, and then I don't have to build any more the rest of the season. Of course, if you watch Nathan in his vlog, he's building all kind of stuff. That is quite the endeavor. I don't know that, and I'm not ever supposed to envy him. I don't envy him, but at the same time, I sure respect what he's doing. It's man, what a leap of faith, and it's going to be pretty cool watching him come along. I can't wait to see how his business grows and how he grows that beef farm, man. It's going to be awesome. Hope y'all are watching Nathan's vlogs. He's on number 4 right now. All right. Man, got quite a few people on here. Anyway, for you guys just joining, I just was out here watching, admiring the weather. It was so beautiful, and I was going to put together some frames, and I've been working just a little bit in the bees. Everything. How many hives when I'm said and done? My goal is always to keep around 40. That gives me at least 25 to 30 good production hives, and 10 or so that we'll be just fooling with here and there. But that's all I can handle. That's all I can muster. I'll end up probably getting up like last year and the year before. I get up over 50, but you got to remember, I sell the nukes off. Like I have a set number that year, each year that I want to work off of, and what I'll do is I'll build my splits and fill my stands, okay, and that'll take care of any losses. And this year was actually about 15%, and I count those from October too. I consider those winter losses. I actually only lost 2 over the winter, but it's like a 15% winter to me, where it's normally 10. So once I fill the stands with my splits and any swarms that I decide to keep, I don't keep a lot of swarms. I give them away a lot of times. Then what I'll do is I'll sell off all the excess, you know, and some of those on my stands, they'll be utility hives, hives that I plan to grow for next winter, you know, whatever. You know, something that's it's gonna be a single, it's gonna get into a double going to winter, and it'll be a split next year, or, you know, whatever. So I'd say the goal is always to have around 4 for the season, and then from that point on, keep around 25, 35 production. So I hope that answers the question. And I need to build more supers for that, though. That's the only issue. I'm always short on supers every year. I know how many I want to have, and yet I still run short on supers. How does that happen? That's how it happens. I don't know. That's just me, though. No, Mike 100. Yeah. I tell you what, Bruce, I really believe if I would have gotten in this earlier, like when I see what Nathan's doing, and I got a story for you one day. I'll have to tell you a little something. I don't know. I had the opportunity, I think, to really kind of go out and do some sideliner stuff. But if I was younger, I'd absolutely do what you're doing. I'm still really would love to have, you know, 75 to 100 to send out like you do on a truck. But I don't know, with work and everything, it's just not going to be. It's just not the time. But yeah, 100. Wow, I couldn't imagine. I stay so busy with 40. I stay busy when it gets down to 35, or I think I got down to 35 this winter. That was busy enough. Um, hey Grayson, hey thanks man. Hey, just yeah, I'm younger than you. I don't know, Bruce, but you sure look younger than me. Maybe you just got better work ethic. I'm with you, Michelle. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I don't get it. Like, how does he do it? I don't know. But it's a job. Well, and just like today, or this week, when I was assessing, I was so pressured. Hey, Brian, what's up, man? I was so pressured to get those hives assessed and everything because I was behind. It's just I don't know. I don't know how he does it because I'm so meticulous. I know my videos don't look like I look like a slob all the time, and it look like I got stuff thrown everywhere in them hives, and I'm just ripping stuff apart. But I really am meticulous. I have a plan, and as meticulous as I want to be and check every single thing, I couldn't do 100. I don't know how Bruce does it. Hey, Brian, did you see my video today? Your little stands, little hive racks, hive holders, man, they work wonderful. I used them again yesterday. I don't use them every single hive, but there's certain times I don't need to set a frame on the ground or that I don't need to have a place to set it. And man, those things, man, they're solid. They really are. So out here, sending use and customers. You must be talking about somebody else. Um, hey, Melvin, how you doing, man? Yeah, man, I hated to hear what you said about your hives. Was it you, I think, or was it the other Melvin? It wasn't Melvin Yoder. I think it was you. Yeah, Brian, I got a little bit of a cold, too. Yes, I'm out here messing with the hive jig. I got it all torn apart. Again, I look like I do everything chaotically. I really don't. There is a method to my madness. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was you. I know I got two Melvins to deal with. Man, I hated to hear that. But man, you'll get them back. Just got to grow them back out again. You enjoy the madness. I tell you what, that's. Hey, Sarah's Happy Hives. It's up to 82 hives. Worked full-time job. The colonies suffered. Yeah. So there you go. But Bruce doesn't. His colonies don't seem to suffer. He plows it out. I don't know how he does it. I mean, I've watched him work. Hey, thanks, Sarah. Hey, Bob, what's going on, man? Gary, what's happening? Yeah, right, Brian. Whatever. You got to split them sooner or later this season. We'll see. Yeah, so guys, just once again for you guys just joining me, I was just out here putting some frames together. If I don't destroy this hive box, and decided to just run a live real quick, see what everybody's doing. I do believe Cayman goes on Sunday nights, so I checked and nobody had a live running. So I said, hey, let me just see what everybody's up to. I see what I'm up to and see what they're doing. So I got my little old Kelly frame jig. I have 20, hoping to turn them into, yeah. It's easy to turn them in, Sarah. It's easy to turn them in. It's hard to keep them up sometimes, though. Yeah, I'm with you, Kenneth. He might as well give it up. It's funny, Bruce. I told my wife the other day, I said, all right, now begins the sleepless nights, worrying about bees. I said, that's what I told her. Hey, Mr. Ed popping on. Hey, I tell you when we're doing a cutout. I told you I think I have one up in but it's way north. I don't know if you'll, Mr. Ed, I don't think you'll go up that far. I think you'll be afraid to go that far in the country. I got one way up north in Pine, Louisiana. Brian 22, nothing. He's gonna catch swarms too. Don't forget about that, Bruce. Yeah, Mr. Ed, I got one for you, but I think you'll be afraid to go that far north. See, I can get my little 20 frames done for the night. Now, I'm not funny. We're serious. Mr. Ed. Yeah, Mr. Ed's been on the phone with me, giving me a hard time. But he's getting ready to do a removal way up north with me soon, so. Hey, Mr. Ed, do you know what I'm doing? You don't do this, do you? You buy all your stuff made, don't you? Vertical splits. Yep, I did them for years, man. I'm gonna do some this year just to get my Virgin Queen mated, and then I'm gonna pull them back off. But then, hey, look, vertical splits with a double screen. We've been doing them. Mr. Julian taught Mr. Ed and I that years ago. You've been trying to lure him with that for a while now, haven't you, Brian? Yeah, it probably will, Brad. You know I don't do many. You know, the funny thing with removals is what it does is it just teaches me why I don't like to do them. So it's like going to McDonald's once a year. I go there just so I know why I don't eat there. You did 800. I don't believe that. You order your stuff. You got all them people giving you stuff. Come on now. One-handed gluing here. I don't do McDonald's either. See what I do, Sarah, is I do it once a year, and it reminds me why I don't do it. Same with cutouts. They sound exciting. I get out there, and then when I rip that wall open and start getting in that wall, that's about the time I'm like, why am I even here? That's why I let Mr. Ed take over. Man, look, double screens, we've been doing them for a lot of years before you really heard much about them on the internet. The only person that ever said anything on the internet was myself and Mr. Ed. And my video wasn't even when I had a channel. And then everybody got hot on them. And they are, man. I think people were using them. You just didn't hear about them that much because they're a great tool. I tell you one thing, if you do cut out, Sarah, it does teach you a lot about the bees. You can talk to Mr. Ed about that. That's one thing I always like when he talks about cutouts. That's how he learns bees. He learns their behaviors by seeing how they're acting in a wall. So, you know, he even built a hive to simulate floor joists. But they're hard. And you know, success rate, you know, I tell you, I get into that whole thing, and Yappy speaks on this a lot, but I can't stand when somebody says, yeah, but you're getting free bees, man, the work and you got to put in $200 worth of equipment. That's one thing they're good for, Michelle, is saving space. But the thing is, you got to eventually move them. You can keep them up there, but then they get too high to work. But they're great for requeening, and I don't know, we've been using them for years down here. And ours look a lot different. Let me get one out. I'll show you what ours look like. Speaking of double screens, let me grab one. Hang tight. Oh, dirt daubers. I hate those things. This is a double screen for us. What we learned to use with Mr. Julian. Now, Jeff's or Mr. Ed, his is a little different, but I don't know if y'all can see this or not. So I'll lay it up here. So it's like a bottom board. Hey, Bug Farmer, it's like a bottom board. I use 1/8" hardware cloth. I just cut these holes in it. See, it's much bigger. Then you got this little entrance right here, and then I got a 3/4 inch rim around it. And boom, double screen. I've had these are going on 9 years old now. So we've been using them a long time. Anyway, let me get to putting these things together before my glue dries. So, I'll tell you, his frames, John's frames at Hilco, they're very tight, and they hold the glue very well. A little difficult to put together sometimes, but you kind of get the feel for it. You can snap them right in, or you can hit them in. Trying to do this one-handed here. Well, it don't look like it's got much glue in it. I must have been distracted. Oh, missed. There we go. It's got some glue in it now. And we'll get the old hammer out. Good tight fit. Hey, all right, Lisa, we'll see you. Thanks for joining, man. Again, just having some fun. All right, so you didn't go. Well, the party's just getting started, looks like. Let me flip this over real quick. It's hard to do it one-handed, so I'll do it. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta smack stuff, John. There we go. Yeah, hey, Brian, this is a... Oh, there you guys are. I lost you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I had a man lake when I didn't like it. You guys there? No, I'm here. Man, I don't know what happened. Yeah, the Kraken got him. Okay, so what this is the one from Hilco. And actually, speaking of this frame jig being from Kelly, these are the same frames that Kelly used to sell. I couldn't get it out of John exactly where he got them, which is good reason. I mean, it's proprietary stuff, but they have this little notch that fits. The only thing is they don't have a guide for the back for the backstop on these bottoms. Let me pull these frames out real quick. Hey Craig, what's going on, man? Just building frames and talking. So the only difference with these is they do slide right in, but you do have to get the edges right. So I just stick them in and get the edges. And so you just, the only thing is they will slide out, but they're very strong once you're in because that little notch holds them in there. So Bug Farmer, you were talking about the design. That's the design right there. I like them. When Kelly had them, I was getting them from them. Then, of course, I could no longer get Kelly stuff. Then when I started using Hilco, John had these. And so it was pretty cool. So I just stick them in. Space them in a second. Pretty simple. Pretty easy stuff. Well, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I appreciate all y'all joining me. It was fun. Just wanted to check in with everybody. Um, I just got glue on my touch screen, switching to this view. But anyway, just wanted to touch base with everybody. Again, I want to thank everybody for that last video. All the views, man, it was great. It really did really well. Man, we had around 70 people on here at one point in time. Running 53 right now. That's amazing to me that you guys come on and chat with us, and then we all chat together. Uh, but I just wanted to come on. It was a beautiful day, sitting out here in the beautiful weather. Got done messing with the bees. You can see still a little bit sweaty. Want to put some frames together. Trying to get a cell builder together. Want to raise some queens again here in another 10 days. Want to have me some queens to put in some splits. So I was just out here admiring the weather and the trees blooming and thinking about all you guys and again all the views and wanted to just get on here and do a quick impromptu live to say hey and thanks a lot. I really appreciate everybody, man. It's and women, people, guys and gals. I appreciate all you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these last 10 together. I do 20 or 30 frames each evening, and then I go on back in at the end of the day. But hey, guys, look, you guys have a great week. You guys have a great week with your bees. Have a great week at work. Have a great week with your families. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I really do. Y'all are the reason I'm still here. Y'all are the reason I'm still doing this, and that's the best I can tell you. So anyway, Craig, I appreciate you, man. I'm loving your series right now. I really am. I'm glad you're back. You guys have a great evening, man. God bless you guys. And I'll see you all in the next video. Should have another one coming out here real soon. So anyway, I'm going to try and put out a few more extra now that we're getting busy and I got a ton of content I'm shooting. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later.